picking up right where we were in that last lesson where we were changing the text inside the file. Let's use just simple search, not find replace, but search. So we're here in the work directory, and this is our file, which we decided to call file, creatively speaking. Okay, and this is what's in the file. We want to see what's in the file. We do cat file, which is what we call it. Okay, so because that's the name, it could be John or anything, right? Well, let's say I want to find every line that contains bar. There's a search, not search and replace like said I is search and replace. We're going to do grep. Honestly, I have no idea why it's called that. It doesn't make any sense. But we're going to look for the phrase bar, and we're going to do it inside the file that we so creatively and inventively called file. There we go. And it went through every line of the file, and it found what we're looking for. Well, let's say we look grep for here inside file. Okay, so we're looking for the word here inside file. Okay, there we go. Look at that. It even found here inside everywhere and in there. Well, what if we searched, I'm going to go back and edit. Okay, this is what we do in Linux. We use the up arrow. I'm going to type grep there file. Well, now it only returned one line. Notice it doesn't show the whole file every time. See? It only shows the line where there's a search match, and then it highlights it in red. Now, what if I wanted to search for me here? Well, this is how we do it. We do grep, we do quotes, me here file. That way, Linux knows it's in quotes, so Linux won't see this space and think that, okay, we're going to the next thing. Okay, this is all one thing. So we're using quotes for that. All right, so do that. We find me here. And that space is red, which you can see if I highlight it. So if I highlight the whole thing, see? Yes, the whole thing is highlighted red, even though you can't see the space unless it's highlighted. Okay, well, I could do the same thing and find me there, okay? Or I could do grep. Oh, I could do single quotes. I could do me bar in file. I could do single quotes. All right, maybe there's a reason you want to do double or single quotes. Okay, that's another question. Okay, right? It's quite simple. Now there's much more you can do with grep, but actually let's do one more thing with grep here. Let's go up a directory. So now look, now I'm in here. Now I'm in okay. So let's say I'm looking for something in. There's a whole bunch of directories. We'll pretend that I don't know it's in the work directory. It could be in any of these, let's say. Well, I'm going to run the same thing. Okay, it could be grep me a bar. Instead of file, I'm going to say everything because I'm going to search everything. Now, we're going to see an error message. Watch for the error. Here comes the error. See? It doesn't know how to look for text inside that because that is a directory, not a file. If I'm going to look inside the directories, just as with copy, just as remove, we need a -r. grep does capital R. That means recursive. That means if it's a directory, don't try to search inside the directory itself. Search the files in the directory. So R means recursive inside directories. There we go. Now it found inside the work folder, which is here. Let's do ls. Okay. Inside the work folder here is a file called file, and inside that file we found this line, and this in red is your match. So we could do the same thing, grep here star. We got to remember that, right? And then we're going to find every instance of here. We can do grep, remember the R, okay? We can do there everywhere. Okay, it only found that line. All right, and now let it grep R me there everything, and it only found me there. That is using grep to search one file or all kinds of files and all kinds of folders. Ain't Linux handy? Ain't Linux handy?